So, hello guys, how are you? So, today we will be having Ask Me Anything session regarding interviews of any interview which you are preparing for. The people who are joined, just share with your friends so that we can get started as early as possible. Let me check if we are audible. Hello. Check if we are audible. Hello. Yes, we are audible. When they will declare the results. So, when was your last round? Manikanta, when was your last round? 12th, 15th May. Okay. So see, basically, normally what happen is until unless all the rounds are not clear, most of the time results are declared region-wise. So even the interviews get scheduled depending upon the region-wise, and even if you get shortlisted tomorrow, your onboarding will depends upon two things. That is your business requirement, and again, the region-wise it will take place. You gave exam on 15 March, so it just even 15 March. So it's been 2 months, right? So let me check when the result will be declared. So I can see that the last exam was done on 12th May, sorry, 12th March, right? So it is expected that your result might be declared till the end of this month, that is May. And again, it will take nearly 2 to 3 months to complete all the interview processes. Because normally what happen is, so it basically comes on region wise and upon your college wise. It is not that, let's suppose if Arjun is having an interview, doesn't necessarily mean that Manikanta will have the interview at the same time. No, it comes from region wise, because during my time what used to happen is earlier the colleges which used to start, whose name used to start with A, those people took place the interview earlier. Then we came across, it took nearly 2 to 3 months to complete all the interviews. So it comes region wise. Don't get panic if someone is getting interview and you are not getting interview. If it's taking more than 3 months to schedule your interview, then we can assume that we are not been shortlisted for the interview. Otherwise, we can wait at least for 3 months because it comes from region wise. Most importantly, even during the onboarding process, the three things matter. One, they will give you some TCS Explore program, so you have to complete at least 80%. Apart from that, onboarding will take place on some of the things like the business requirement, how much need and the vacancies are there in the project. Second important factor is already TCS has onboarded some of the people, right? So, and some people are already sitting on a bench. So those students should also get the project, because if let's suppose 100 people are sitting on the bench and again 100 people are getting onboarded, so there will be 200 people sitting on the bench. So this should not take place. That is the reason why, depending on business requirement, the people who are sitting on a bench, they will get allocated the project first and then they will look after you. So it might take 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, depending upon these factors. Neha, it totally depends upon criteria, right? Because it totally depends upon what other people has done. For example, you have solved two coding, you haven't solved any of the coding question. Might be your aptitude might be correct. For some people, their aptitude might not be as good as you are, and they have solved all the both the questions. So it depends upon criteria. Just like during the time of our college time, we used to apply depending upon our criteria, right? Same way things goes on. Every now and then criteria changes. We cannot say that we haven't solved a coding problem doesn't mean that I will not get the interview call. No, you might get, because your aptitude score can be a much better than those people who have solved both the codes, but their aptitude is not good. But I will always assume, I will always suggest you to prepare for the interviews really well. Okay, the people who are getting shortlisted for digital exam, sorry, interviews or the prime interviews, prepare technical really well. If you want, I can tell you which are the most important subject and which are the most important topics you need to prepare from that. You can share this video with all your friends so that even they can clear their all the doubts. Okay. So let me tell you which are the most important subject you should prepare. And whatever I'm going to tell you now, see, I'm not only telling, considering only TCS. Whatever I'm going to tell you, it is applicable for all the companies. Okay. So if you are from computer background or from engineering or BSc, MSc, whatever it may be, since you are trying to come into the IT sector, whatever the subject which I'm going to tell you, it is applicable for all the companies, right? And I always suggest you that don't prepare and study depending upon companies. Like, are you about TCS IE? I will prepare for TCS. Then Infosys comes. Are Infosys IE? I will prepare for Infosys. No, prepare overall so that every time you don't need to say that Wipro IA I will prepare for Wipro, or TCS IA I will prepare for TCS. No, prepare overall. Again, the second thing I will suggest, study only once, revise every now and then. I repeat, study only once, but revise every now and then. Get a habit of jotting down the notes which you are studying. Because let's suppose tomorrow, if I'm having the interview, I cannot read whole book. I cannot watch the YouTube video, right? So always have the habits of writing, jotting down the notes. So the first subject I will suggest you, that is OOPS concept. Now you might be from C++, you might be from Java. Prepare depending upon your language. Second most important, when you are preparing for OOPS, don't just prepare the theory answers, right? Because everyone knows the theory answers. Always try to deliver your answer by relating it to the real life example. Because if you're trying to give your answer by relating to the real life example, what the interviewer feels like, oh, he's really prepared well, because he's trying to relate the theory concept to the technical things. You're trying to relate to with the industrial things. So this will create a big impact. If I tell you example, I have already given this many times in my videos, but let's suppose if someone asks you, what do you mean by polymorphism? Don't tell them directly a bookish definition. Sir, when one entity is represented in different forms in different scenario, it's called polymorphism. No. अरे ये सबको पता है. This definition is known to everyone, right? Even Manikanta knows this, Arjun knows this, everyone knows this. So how can I create a big impact? So instead of delivering the direct answers, or that is bookish definition, you can simply say that, sir, let's suppose if I come to the college, I become a student. When I go to home, I become a son or a daughter. When I come to the company, I will become an employee, right? So which means a single person is acting differently in different scenarios, and this is what we call as polymorphism. And then tell them the actual bookish definition, right? So this is the best habit or the practice to learn OOPS concept. Also at the same time, write the code of every OOPS pillar. If you are studying polymorphism, study what is polymorphism, why do we need a polymorphism, types of polymorphism, and code for each type. Code for each type, right? Similarly, inheritance. What is inheritance? Why do we need inheritance? Types of inheritance. Write a code for every single types of inheritance. So I got a digital offer from CodeVita. I forgot to fill business group selection mail. Will they allocate random one? Tell me about the learning path in TCS Explorer. Okay. Now, Varma, it is, see, if you have if you miss the filling the business group, it doesn't matter, because in TCS you will getting the RMG, and they will allocate you the business group. And the most important thing is, the good thing I really liked about you is you got selected from Code Vita. So very rare thing happens that most of the people get selected from Code Vita, because Code Vita is full of writing code, right? So it's, you have already done a great job. And talking about the TCS Explore for PR exam, what I will suggest you, when you join the TCS, they will give you access to their internal portals. So when you log into there, you will getting the two options. One is Python and one is Java, right? So whichever the language you like, you can choose, and there will be a PR exam. And most importantly, I will tell you, until and unless you don't clear the PR exam, you will not be get allocated to the projects. So study well. Second important thing, just because you got selected in TCS for digital, Ninja, Prime, whichever profile it might be, you are not done with it, because during a time of project allocations, again your interview will take place, right? And don't make yourself that you are sitting on a bench for more than 3 months, because it is pure wastage of a time. What to do? I have to prepare for Ninja role, and when they are going to release the results. Sai, the results will be declared till the month end of this May. And for Ninja role, what I will say, see, I will not, whatever I'm going to tell you, just for the next 10 minutes, I will be ignoring your questions. Yes, Harshali, I will also explain how to explain the project effectively. The way I'm going to tell you how to explain the projects, that way you will never get anywhere, because this is the best way I can tell you. Okay, just give me a 10 to 15 minutes, I will tell you how to explain your project effectively, how can you prepare for the interview. And Sai, I'm not going to tell you depending upon the profiles. I'm going to give you overall, right? Don't just prepare for Ninja, don't just prepare for Prime, don't just prepare for TCS. We have to prepare for overall placements, right? TCS is not the only one company. There might be a many better companies. So first of all, I will be coming to the Harshali's question, that is how to explain project effectively. Harshali, do listen to me carefully. Okay, this is the best way you can utilize, right? So the first thing, whenever someone asks you about your projects, the first thing, there are the 4 to 5 things you have to tell. First one, what is your project? If possible, everyone write it. If possible, everyone write it. You will not get it anywhere. Point number one, what is your project? Okay. Point number two, which problem you solved? Point number two, which problem you solved? Point number three, how did you solve the problem? How did you solve the problem? Point number four, which technology you used to solve the problem? And point number five, I repeat, point number five, that is last point, should be what is your role. Not to tell your role at first. Compulsory tell your role at last. Now, hey Pramod, why should I tell my role at last? Why not at first? Because the moment you tell your role, you will be getting questions only on your role, right? And always remember my one point. Everyone, whoever is watching me, always remember the last sentence of your answer will be your next question. I repeat, the last sentence of your answer will be your next question. For example, if I ask, what do you mean by variable? And if you say, sir, it is a name given to a memory location. Now, immediately my next question will be, can you tell me what do you mean by memory? And if I tell, the variable is act as a container which is capable of storing values. Now, you cannot ask me what do you mean by container. This is the way of delivering the answer. Your last sentence of your answer will determine the next question. So we have to carefully. That is the reason why mentioning your role should be at last. Have I answered your question, Harshali? Which is your project? What problem you solved? How did you solve the problem? Technology you used to solve the problem, and your role. So these are the 5 major points to keep in remember when you are delivering the or in explaining your projects to the interviewer. Everyone clear with this question? Say yes or no in the chat. Everyone clear with this? How to explain the project effectively? Everyone. Yes. Okay, sure. So can we move to the next question? Which are the important topics that we need to prepare? Yes, Harshal. Yes. Okay. Chalo. So the next point, the subjects needed for the interview question. Now, remember again, I'm telling you, whichever the subjects I'm going to tell you. So these are the subject which is for oral interview. For any company, it will be valid. Any company, and I will suggest you. Again, I will suggest you not to prepare depending upon company wise. Be prepared for overall. Be prepared for overall. Second important thing I will be telling you, what if you get selected in one company, don't stop, because what is the guarantee that you will get onboarded? Always go for two offer letters, and whichever the company gives you early joining, go and join it, right? Don't say that no, I got selected in TCS for 7.5, I got selected in X company for 4 LPA, I will wait for 7.5. What if you will not get onboarded for 1 year, 8 months? You wasted your time, right? We are a fresher. As a fresher, I will tell you which is the most important point. Getting started with your career. Getting started with your career is a big and the most important thing, because today you are having 4.5. Okay, if I will join it, I will work for 1 year, and if I get switch, again my package will be in double figures. But I'm waiting for that one company who is going to pay me 7 lakhs for 1 year. So for 1 year, your package is just 7 lakh, and that too have not started it. But in 1 year, if you get six, it might increase your 30 to 40% of the package. So go for two companies. The company which gives you early joining, go and join. As a fresher, we need to kickstart our career. Okay. Yes, Priyanka. Now I'm going to tell you the important subjects. Listen to me carefully. I have already mentioned OOPS concept, but again I will repeat this for you all. Number one, OOPS concept. Prepare all OOPS concept. Don't prepare a theory answers. I repeat, not to prepare theory answer. Everyone is capable of रट्टा मारने में हर कोई माहिर है. Everyone is expert in mugging up the things, but we don't want this, right? So what we need to do is concepts and real life example. Concept, real life example. Whenever the interviewer asks you, what do you mean by polymorphism? Not to tell bookish definition first. I want to relate my concept to the real life, so that the interviewer will come to know that, oh, this is the boy or girl who really knows how to relate the things. For example, what is polymorphism? Not to tell direct bookish definition. First tell, when I go to the home, I become a daughter or a son. When I go to the college, I become a student. When I go to the company, I become an employee. The single person is acting differently at different location or scenarios. This is what we call as a polymorphism. And then tell them bookish definition. Believe me, it will create a big impact, right? Second subject, operating system. Now most of the students ignore this subject, but please don't ignore this. I will not recommend you to study all the OOPS concept. Sorry, all the operating system, not needed. From operating system point of view, what all we need to study? What are the different types of operating system we have? Prepare 5 types of operating system. Don't say op- Windows, Linux, Mac OS. No. Whenever they are, say batch operating system, time sharing operating system. So different types of operating system, right? So prepare 5 types of operating system. What is process? Difference between process and the threads. Now types of scheduling algorithm. That's it. And the last topic is deadlock. Apart from that, you don't need to prepare anything from operating system, right? Just give me a 5 minutes. I will take every single questions. Let me tell you which is the important subject first. So we are done with OOPS, and then we are done with operating system. Okay. Any doubt in OOPS and OS as of now? Any doubt? OOPS and OS in this too. I will take everyone's question, but let me complete from my side which are the important subject. And next time, what I will do is I will prepare the slides and I will deliver to it. Is that okay for you? Okay, chalo. Now comes a data structure, which is the most important and heart of IT sector. Data structure, right? Now see, I know there are so many people who don't like data structure. It's okay. It's still fine, right? If you don't like data structure, prepare linear data structure really well, right? Arrays, stack, queue, linked list, searching, sorting, right? Prepare these topics really well. And I'm telling you, okay, I'm telling you, prepare the applications of each and every single data structure. When someone asks you, can you tell me what is the application of stack? Don't say keeping books on each other is called or the application of stack. Having the bangles, so the last one which is entered, which will come out. No, don't give such hopeless application. Tell them the real application in the IT sector, right? Where exactly stack is used. We do control Z, undo. What we use? Stack, reversing a string, balance parenthesis, stack activation record. So prepare the application of each and every single data structure. Prepare the application of each and every single data structure. If you don't like data structure, be good in linear data structure. But always remember, any subject you are preparing, not to study from theory point of view. Keep a habit of studying from conceptual, logical, technical, and practical point of view. Because we are not in 10th and 12th, we are having the higher education. We are going to be a market ready person, right? Because we are going to work in the industry. So ask yourself, am I a job ready person? Have I prepared really well? Don't blame the market situation. No, there are so many jobs. Only a thing is, earlier company used to hire 10 people. They are going to hire 3 to 4 people because they want smart people. And also, AI will never replace your job. Don't get scared. But remember my point throughout your IT career. Remember my point throughout my IT career. AI will never replace your job, but the person who is using the AI tools will replace your job. So learn to use different tools. So we're done with data structure, OOPS, and operating system. And second, that is database. For MNCs and service-based companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Capgemini, database is much more important because when you go and join the project, these things are used a lot. So what you need to prepare from database point of view? So you have to prepare joins, normalization, asset properties, and different types of keys present in your database section. That's it. Don't need to prepare anything from this. And the last, that is the project, which I explained to you how to explain your project. You have to be thoroughly good with it. For the next session, when we have the next live session, I will keep the special live session for HR questions. Special for live HR question because HR plays a crucial role and most of the people ignores, right? So anyone has a doubt regarding the important subject and the topics we need to prepare? Oops, OS, TBMS, data structures, and the projects. Anyone doubt in which important subject do I need to prepare? If you have no doubts, please say in the chat no doubt so that I can get it. No doubt. Okay, chalo. So now let's me take 2 3 doubts and then we will move forward. Can you give a roadmap for TCS Digital from scratch or for the students who don't have any knowledge about anything? Yes, Kirali, Bhargav. Now, in which year you are in? In which year you are now in? Fourth. Okay. Now see, uh, for digital and for prime, we have to be a balanced score in both aptitude and coding, right? For both the codes, there will be 2 codes. You should at least solve 1.5 code, right? First code should be completely, or second code should completely get solved. Other questions should at least solve half of the test cases, right? If there are 6 test cases, you should pass 3 cases. If there are 10, you should pass 5. And your aptitude should be so strong. Now, let me tell you one of the most important thing whenever it comes to the aptitude. If you take the TCS company and other companies, the level of difficulty of aptitude of TCS is bit difficult than other companies. A bit difficult. Why? Because when you're appearing for TCS NQT exam, every single question have the individual time. And you know what is the biggest drawback of this? The quantitative section, which requires more time because it is whole of mathematics, right? This they have kept less amount of time, and verbal reasoning, which takes less amount of time to solve, they have given much more time to it. So, and let me tell you one of the most important things: data structures and aptitude. These are not your core subject. I repeat, data structures and aptitude are not your core subject. These are problem solving subjects. No matter how many questions you solve, No matter how many problems you have solved, it is not guaranteed that you are capable of solving all the problems. No, this is pure problem solving subjects. Okay, I have solved 500 problems, then my data structure became so good. Someone might be good in solving 300 problems. Someone need 1000 problems. So not to get demotivated, I'm not able to solve the aptitude question. I'm not able to solve the Leetcode, code forces or GFG question. Don't get panicked. It's fine. It's fine. It's a problem solving subject. We need to keep on improving. Now, I have solved 500 plus problems on Leetcode, right? But if you give me five problems, even I'm not sure whether I'm able to solve all the five problems or not. Why? Because every problem is different. So just we need to develop our thinking ability. How fast you can think, how fast you can relate the question to the concept which you have learned. So, right? So make a habit of solving more and more questions. So aptitude and DSA are not a core subject; these are a problem-solving subject. Every day, I know there will be a days you are not able to solve even a single question. So during that time, what you need to do is go and solve the easy problems just to boost your confidence. Apart from that, Bhargav, whatever the fundamental subject which I told, you have to be thoroughly good with it. Thoroughly good with it. Karthik, you are so if you have selected in TCS course or in DCS from CodeVita in March, and you received a tech stack mail as well for selecting the technology. So a further process will depends upon the business requirement, and they have might have given you some TCS Explore program, right? Try to complete your TCS Explore program as early as possible, and they want at least 80% completion of your program. 80%. The people who are asking when the results will be declared, results will be declared till the month end of the May. Let me post in the chat. So you have OS, OOPS, then DSA, then you know DB and your project. So these are the subjects which you need to prepare really well. Any other doubt anyone has? Please share this video with your friends so that you can get better. All the if someone might have different questions. Hi Das, yeah. And please prepare really well, okay? Because the competition is so high now. The next session, whenever I will bring the next session, I will specially bring it with HR questions because most of the time you people ignore the HR topic, HR questions, right? Next week, I will post on our channel, especially for HR because, okay, I will ask one question, everyone post in your chat. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of where do you see yourself in next 5 years? I just want meaning. I don't want answer, just post the meaning in the chat. In the chat. Where do you see yourself in next 5 years? Who can give me anyone knows the meaning of this? About their job role in next 5 years. Okay. Any other? Ananya, Priyanka, Karthik, Tushar. Any other answers? Anyone has? Where do you see yourself in next 5 years? I just want meaning. That's why I told you I will bring the special session on HR because I know you most of the time people ignore, and even sometimes people give the wrong answer, and what they feel like No, no one has any answer. See, the meaning of where do you see yourself, what does people think of? They think like the meaning of where do you see yourself in next 5 years is what will be my role after joining the company in 5 years. I want to be a project manager. Even you are not got selected in the company, how can you say that I can be a project manager? Someone says that I want to be a technical lead. Array, you first thing you haven't got selected in the company. Second thing, what is the guarantee that you will working will be a technical role? I want to be a manager. You are not got selected. How can you be a manager? So the meaning of the where do you see yourself next 5 years will be they just want to see how long you are going to be with my company, or are you coming here just to take an experience, right? That is the reason why they're mentioning, right, 5 years. Otherwise they might have asked you where do you see yourself after 2 years. So that's why the next live session will be on HR, but only if you bring the more audience, right? Any other doubt? You can prepare the aptitude. I will suggest you some website like Face Prep and IndiaBix. So what I will suggest you that there is one website called as the IndiaBix. So what you can do is whenever you learn any topic, go and solve the problems from IndiaBix. Because what happens is IndiaBix is a website where the problems are so easy. You can just to brush up your concept, whether you have understood it or not, you can use it. But this will not be suffice during the time of your placement. Go to the face prep. Every single topic have 30 questions, and those are of some hard level. So you can go and solve problem. 30 questions per topic is good enough. Bhargav, I don't know when can be the next date. It totally depends upon the TCS. Purna, you are from mechanical background, so you have to be a good with basic fundamentals of computer field, right? You should be good in at least one of the programming language, OOPS concept, aptitude, and there will be also two coding questions. So you make sure that you are preparing good so that you can solve at least one question. Because coming from different background and having a good grip in computer fundamentals might be difficult sometimes because there will be a lot of terminologies which you never heard before. So take time and prepare well. First, at least learn one programming language just to boost your confidence and prepare the aptitude side by side. And I know that the mechanical people have strong mathematics, right? Because without mathematics, mechanical is highly impossible. So prepare the aptitude really well and the basic, at least basic fundamentals, one programming language, OOPS concept, operating system, not compulsory needed to data to learn data structures. From where we can prepare this subject, I will always suggest go and prefer standard books. Like for operating system, you will having the Galvin. For data structures who are really new to the data structure, who don't know anything, prefer the book Data Structure Made Easy. It is the best book for beginners. Right? For aptitude, you can prefer RS Agarwal book. And if even if you don't have book, it's still fine. There will be a lot of PDF available, or you can go and read the articles from websites. No need to buy anything. And depending upon roles, Ninja Digital Prime, I have made separate videos on it. I have already made a separate videos which are the important subject for Ninja, which are the important subject for digital, important subject for Prime. So you can also watch it. What is the cutoff in this section wise? We cannot say Ankit, because it totally depends upon the criteria. Every it is not always the fix, it changes every now and then. College resources are enough for the apti. You We can say that to learn the concept, but as I said, it is not a core subject, right? You cannot say that I will sit today for 1 week and I will complete all the aptitude. No, aptitude is a problem solving subject, right? So it's always better to solve as much problems as you can. Even if you solve 1,000 problems, aptitude, it is not guaranteed that you will solve all the problems. No, because every problem is different. Just make sure you are developing enough thinking capacity, sorry, thinking capability, and you are able to relate it. Have I solved this problem somewhere sometimes ago? How can I relate it to it? So try to do this. Yes, Purna. Any other questions? Any other questions anyone has? How many people are here from engineering background? Okay, if you don't have any doubt, so should we have to cover geometry for TCS? Ankit, whatever the in aptitude, you have to prepare everything. See, I will tell you the important topics from aptitude. Everyone, first one is percentage. It is the most important topic because percentage is used in everywhere. So percentage, profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest, ratio proportion, mixture allegation, time and work, and data interpretation, syllogism. These are the most highly asked topics. So prepare these topics really well. Any other topic? Any other question? Our results will be the end of this month. End of this month. Oh, I have cleared the gate exam, but I haven't took the admission yet, Ankit. Uh, IT sector is not much. In PSU, we don't have much seats for the IT people. Anyone? Okay, will they send result card or direct interview mail? First, you will be getting the results, and then again, region wise, panel wise, how the distribution is taking place. Depending upon it, you will be getting the interview mail. Language, it's see, it totally depends upon you in which you are comfortable with. But if you ask me, I will always say choose the object-oriented programming language. Either it can be C++ or it can be Java. You can better attempt next time, Bhargav. Or this year there will be a paid NQT as well. But paid NQT doesn't make more sense. You know, paid NQT doesn't make more benefits than that of the free, because what happened in paid TCS NQT is once you give the exam again, you need to apply to the all the TCS or sorry Tata Group companies. They will not automatically select you for TCS. No, you have to manually apply to the Tata Group companies. So it can be TCS, it can be Tata Alexis, Tata Hitachi, all the TCS companies. No, 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 no. No need to do for the tree graph dynamic programming, not needed for any service based companies. Don't go for advanced data structure. I already told you prepare linear data structure really well. That is arrays, string, mathematics. So see, I will tell you when you're giving aptitude test, there will be two coding rounds, right? Every time in any service based companies, Your questions will be based on three topics: array, mathematics, and string. So prepare these topics really well. Solve number of problems. Second, prepare stack, queue, linked list, searching, sorting. Apart from that, trees, graph, just understand their concept. What is tree? What is graph? What is node? What is height of the tree? What is a leaf node? So just make sure you are good in these terminologies. Apart from that, from coding point of view, don't need to prepare if you are applying for service-based companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro. Saiteja, we cannot predict it. Again, it's totally depend upon the criteria, what other people have done, how they have performed. If they have performed really better than you, then criteria might be higher. If they not perform below or equal to you, there is a high possibility that you will get selected for interview. See, Priyanka, first identify which are the things in which you are weak at. See, are you applying? Are you attending this year TCS NQT or have you applied for this year? If yes, identify which are the subjects in which you are weak at, topics which are remaining, and then so whichever the important topics are suggested you from aptitude, those subjects you should must prepare. Apart from that, you should have two projects on your resume, and also whatever the important fundamental subject I told you, you should be really good at it. We cannot say Ankit, my what if everyone has prepared really well? What if only 10 15 people has prepared really well? Yes, Priyanka, it doesn't make any sense whether you are in MCA or engineering. Most of the time, MCA and engineering, some of the subjects remain same, right? You to have OS, you to have DB, you to have data structures. Any other questions? Yes. So it doesn't make much sense. Sorry, there is no doesn't make any much more difference. So just remember what I am planning is I am planning one special live session on HR questions, one more special live session on resume building, how you can make a good resume, and one live session on how to deliver or attend the interview in the best way so that you can control the your own interview. No, Ankit, I prepared for myself. Is that okay for everyone? Three live sessions coming up. One, how to make a good resume for fresher. Two, HR questions. And third will be how to deliver or attend the interview in the best way. Is that okay for everyone? Is that okay for everyone? But I need more audience. Yes, CGPA, make sure that you are at least have 8 CGPA. At least 8. 60% in 60 or more percent in 10, 60 or more percentage in 12th, and 8 CGPA maintaining whether you are engineering, BC or MCA, whatever you may call it. Any other questions? Still we have 10 minutes left. So prepare aptitude really well. Aptitude is much more important than the fundamentals subject which I told you earlier. Okay, those are the most important subjects. So let's wrap up over here. If someone can't, sorry, if someone can't thesis on campus, can he do? Yes, yes, you can apply from off campus, Ankit. See, when you're applying for TCS through their portal, of course, you are going through off campus, right? On campus means the company is coming only to your college, only to your college. Hi sir, currently you are working. Can you share in which technology you are working, sir? Yes, so it's see, I will tell you about myself, little bit about myself. So I am Pramod Bhosle. I graduated in 2022, okay, from computer science. I also cleared the gate exam with all India rank 1009. Apart from that, I have solved 540 problems on Leetcode, 490 problems on GFG. I love data structures, and I also done some real life problem solving subject. I am working in TCS. I got selected in TCS for a digital profile, and after joining TCS, I gave Wings one exam where I cleared that exam and I got promoted to the next profile called as an innovator. So it's been nearly 2.8 months I've been working in TCS now. Yes, Saiteja, you can give the next TCS NQT exam, but that will be a paid. Yes, Ankit, I prepared aptitude really well during my lockdown time. I have utilized my lockdown period so wisely. I have prepared for placement 2 months before my TCS test. Done with everything, and in my whole interview, there was only one question that I was unable to answer. Only one problem. And still remember that question. What is cursor in database? So this was the only one question I was unable to answer. So prepare wisely. Don't just prepare for specific companies. Make sure you're preparing overall. You're preparing overall. How much time interview duration? My interview was of 47 minutes. It totally depends upon the front person and depends upon you. If you are answering every single question, if you are looking good, they ask lots of questions. But let's suppose if you're asking basic questions, you are not able to answer those questions, why the interviewer will show interest in you, right? So out of 47 minutes, my nearly 30 to 32 minutes interview was on database because the person who was taking my interview was from database section, and only 5 minutes question 5 minutes was an oops, and only one HR question because my interview was for digital profile, that is a higher package. That's why. Yes, Aiteja. If let's suppose if you got selected for TCS digital role and your interview was not much good, they might think of giving you ninja role, but again, your interview must at least be 50 to 60% good, right? If you haven't performed well, it is not compulsion that if you got selected for digital role, then 100% they will give an ninja role. No, it totally depends upon interview. No, Ankit, we cannot say this because it totally depends upon the front person, how much interest he shows in you, how good answer you are giving. It totally depends upon so many factors because that person is supposed to take so many interviews of nearly 100 people, and every single person is allocated some time to it. So depends upon how much good you are at it. That's why I'm saying you, if you're performing really well, your answers are to the point, to the mark, technically, conceptually, logically, practically, not theoretically, they will show you a lot of interest in you. No need to know technology, Priyanka. Just make sure the subject which I told you and the two projects. You can do your projects in any technology which you like it. Okay. As a fresher, there is no any barrier of which technology I should learn. No any barrier. Just make sure you're performing well. You have prepared aptitude how much months? Since I have only 3 months. I prepared aptitude for nearly 4 to 5 months. I still remember during lockdown, I followed the face prep website a lot because their questions are a bit tougher and only 30 questions each topic. Karthik, what happened is during our time, during joining time, they gave us three options to choose the location. So first one I chose Pune, then I was Bangalore and Mumbai, but I got Pune. Saiteja, I will always recommend you to take a resume which you have uploaded on the portal. Don't upload one resume on next step and you are carrying the second resume. No, keep yourself. Don't worry, we will have the separate session on how to have a good, perfect resume. Any other doubt anyone has? Are you all people studying? Please study really well. The competition is so high, right? There are so many people are fighting for the job. Do some projects, use AI technologies. How much amount of DS is required, bro? For service-based companies, you don't need to be a master in data structures. You have to be good in linear data structure, array, string, searching, sorting, stack, queue, linked list. Make sure you know each and every single thing with coding. Tree and graph, you don't need to prepare much. Just make sure conceptually you're good at it. Like what is tree, what is graph, what is the node, what is the height of a tree, what are the traversing techniques of tree and graph. Just theory concept. Yes, because Ankit, the first round itself is aptitude and coding, right? Until unless you don't crack this round, how you will get a chance to interview? Aptitude and DSA will take a lot of time because these are not the core subject. These are real problem solving subjects. No matter how many questions you will solve, it is not guaranteed that you are capable of solving all the questions. Yeah, I always that's why I always say that always choose either C++ or choose Java. Why I'm saying that? Because in Java you are having Java collections. In C++ you are having C++ STL, and these things will help a lot while writing the code. Right? For example, if you want to sort the arrays, I don't need to write whole sorting algorithms, insertion sort, bubble sort, selection sort, merge or quick sort. No, in STL I have simple sort function sort, and inside the bracket I will be writing the name of the array. Simple in four alphabet sort in bracket array name. Whole array is sorted. Java collection same way we have Java collection. These things help a lot, and even the people who are preparing saying that I am keeping my language as Java, I always suggest please prepare collections really well, because most of the times whenever you say that Java is my language in which I am comfortable, lots of questions will be asked on the collections. What is hash map, what is tree map, what is the difference between hash map and the tree map, what is set, prepare these things really well. You can take Python, Priyanka, but make sure you know the libraries. These libraries and all will help you a lot to reduce your code length. How to prepare for aptitude go and really confuse. Okay, I will tell you. See, listen, everyone, listen to me. I will tell you the best way to study. Best way to for aptitude and for data structure or any subject which you are preparing for. Listen to me carefully, everyone. If possible, note it down. See what strategy I basically follow. Let's suppose I'm studying data structure and currently I'm studying stack. Okay, stack. What basically I do is I basically read first what is stack, then I will study why do I need a stack, what are the operations I can perform in the stack, and then what I basically do is I will implement, write the code for the stack. Okay, and then basically what I do is I take the 10 questions on stack. Okay, 8 easy, 2 mediums. 8 easy, 2 mediums. 10 questions. Now, until unless these 10 questions are not solved, I don't go to the next topic. Okay. Now I solve all the 10 questions, then I will move to the queue. But before studying to the queue, again I will revise what is stack, why do we need a stack, what are the operations I can perform stack, what is the application of stack, whatever the code you have written, I will simply I will check from upper level so that I can remember it for long period of time, and then I will go to the queue. Again in queue, what is queue, why do we require a queue, operations you can perform the queue, write the code, again pick up the 10 questions. 8 is E2 medium, solve those 10 questions, and then move to the next question. Same way for aptitude. Same way for aptitude. For example, if you're studying, percentage. What are the formulas? What are the tips and tricks? Where can I apply the percentage? Now take 30 questions on percentage. 30 questions, and solve all the 30 questions. Once you're done with those 30 questions, then go to the next topic. Before you go to the next topic, revise the notes which you have made for profit and loss. So in this way, the more you revise, the more you remember for long period of time. Yes, Saiteja, they will ask you which language you are comfortable with, so that they will ask question only on that language. Shai Shiva, have I answered your question? Just last this month in the question result will be clear. Ankit, I'm just giving example how you can study in a better way. I'm not just saying that these are the questions that will be asked. I'm just giving you the example. Sai Shiva, have you understood how you can study or prepare? Any doubt? What happens if I fail in PRA? Until unless you don't clear the PRA, you will not be get allocated to the project. Again, there will be a training of 42 days. What are the questions based on the projects? Which technology used? What was your role? How you solve the problem? Right? I have already mentioned how you can explain your project really well. Yes, Shivam Huda, I gave TCS Wings exam. I got selected in TCS for digital role. I gave the Wings. I got selected for innovator now. Is there any site that provides questions without DSA? Manoj, I didn't get your question. Is there any site that provides questions without DSA? I don't get this. You will get enough time, Ankit. You will get enough time. No, Saiteja. That is the reason why I told you you have to mention your role at the end so that they can ask you questions based on only on your role. Thank you, Shai Shiva. Yes, Purna, you are eligible. Make sure you are having more than 60% in 10th and 12th and more than 75% in engineering. Sangram Shinde totally depends upon you how good you are prepared. I already mentioned, right? Earlier, the company used to hire the 10 people for that role. Now they are going to hire only 3 to 4 people. Why? Because there is a less budget. We are having some AI tools. That's why I'm always saying be clear with your fundamentals, be clear with your knowledge, projects, problem solving skills should be so strong because we are doing engineering. Prepare so strong. Do we need to dry run each and every code to build logic for yes, at initial stages, yes, Manoj. Because when you start data structure, what happens? Most of the things are not clear to us, right? So until unless don't get familiar to it, we should know what exactly is happening behind the scene. Have done 5 projects on Java full stack. Are they enough? Yes, but I will always suggest Sai Shiva mention only 2 projects on your resume. The projects which are so strong, mention only 2 projects. TCS conducts hiring for previous batchmates separately. Like if 1 year someone can get into it, he can give it to another year. But Ankit, our preference is always given to the current ongoing batch. Ongoing batch. If I'm 2022 pass out, if I'm going to give TCS NQT of 2025, more preference will be given to the people who got passed out in 2025. Yes, 6.7 CGPA. Try to make it to seven, at least 7.5 to 8. Purnima. You can apply from TCS Next Step portal, Sangram. Every you will get every single detail from TCS Next Step portal. TCS alternatives, which means do you want to say apart from NQT, is there any other exam, Ankit, or you want to ask, is there any other company? Yes, of course, there are a lot of companies, right? There are so many companies. That's why I always told you. That's why I earlier told you, right? Go for two companies. Don't look at the package. The company which gives you early joining, go and join, right? Because even if you got selected in the company, there is no any guarantee that which company will give you the higher onboarding. Core department project or the software related project is mandatory. Sairam, just make sure you have prepared two projects should be really good projects. You should have the strong two good projects. It can be any language, React.js, Node.js, JavaScript, Java Spring Boot, Android applications, it can be anything, it's still fine. Can I mention one project in resume because I am perfect in it? See, what you can do, Sahitya, is mention the two projects. The project in which you are really perfect at, put it in the first part, and whichever you are not perfect at, put it in the second. So currently I'm working as a full stack intern and I'm not getting how DSA help me in my work. So how things see, Karthik, I know DSA will never help you much more in your job, but you know DSA is the only one thing that helps the person to judge how good you are in problem solving. It is only way to judge how good you are in problem solving. I always recommend go and do DSA because it develops your brain. I know it is not used at higher level. It's not much use, but it helps you to judge the candidate how he good in problem solving. That is the reason why it is comes in the first round of any company, right? If DSA is not much important, why they keep two coding questions? Any website that gives coding question before starting DSA, like Foundation Start. You can prefer the website GFG, Manoj. There are lots of easy questions which will help you to start with. Otherwise, you can go to our CodeGD website as well. From there, you will get the list of all the questions topic wise. If you need it, I can paste the link as well. Here you will get the topic wise DSA sheet as well. Can you suggest any website? Yeah. You have cracked all the tests. Yes, Ankit. I'm really, I really do like the DS a lot. So I've done practiced a lot. Let me post my Leetcode profile, so you can check my profile. And everyone, please follow me on LinkedIn as well, so that we can be in touch. I can share you the updates regarding the upcoming campus drive and the placements. So make sure always try your best to pass all the test cases. Don't assume that I have passed 4 out of 8, 10 out of 20. No, I try to go for getting more and more because you never know whether you get selected or not. The doubt. Next time, make sure you bring more audience so we can have the 3 live sessions, that is on resume review, HR questions, and how to deliver the best interview. How many of you want these 3 sessions? Okay. Okay, if no doubt, if everyone is clear with their doubts today, we can wrap up. So see you in the next session where we will be discussing on either resume review, HR, or how to give the best answers in interview. So I hope you enjoyed today's session, and I gave my best to clear your doubts. And I hope there is not a single person here whose doubt is not yet cleared. So see you guys, good night, and see you in the next live session. Till then, study well, study hard, and make sure that you are preparing good. So I try to solve the questions and then after a few days forgot the approach because you are lacking in the practice solving. Anurag, what basically you are doing is today you are solving, then again you are having the gap of 2 to 3 days and then you are solving. You need a consistency. I just pasted my Leetcode profile link. Just go there and select the year 2023. Look at my consistency. For 15 straight months I was doing this. Even if you miss a single day, the next day you will start feeling that you are doing something new. And if you are forgetting the approach, which means you are not understanding the things, you are trying to mugging up. Don't mug up. Don't mug up. Take a pen and paper. Aptitude and coding. Whenever you are doing aptitude and coding, take a pen and paper. Put every single thoughts on the paper. Put every single thoughts on the paper. Because what basically you are doing is you are reading the questions, you start typing code on the laptop. And the most important thing is your brain is doing two things at the one time. One, you are thinking the logic. Number two, you are finding where the keys are on the keyboard. You don't know where is A. So where A, S, N, and same time you're also thinking. You cannot do two things at the same time, right? We are not so smart. So take a pen and paper, put your thoughts on it. Right? Last 5 minutes. Anyone has the questions? Last 5 minutes, guys. If anyone has a question, the people who don't like this video, please like this video. Anyone has doubt? Last 5 minutes. Make sure you are subscribing the channel as well. And the next time we are having a 3 special live season. Chalo. So just please prepare well. Any tips for cognizant communication assessment? See, communication is, is let me tell you one thing, right? What most people think is, I am really weak in English. See, there are two things. English and communication, these are the two different things. You can be really good in English in 1 week. Just you're reading, speaking, but communication is an art. You have to practice a lot standing on a stage, speaking with a lot of different people, speaking with a lot of strangers. So these things gradually comes up. None of the thing is developed within a single day. It will take time. It's fine. What will happen? You will get rejected. It's okay. Array, is there only one company? There are so many companies. Okay, today I'm not getting selected. I will do my best. Tomorrow I will get selected. Okay, tomorrow also I don't get selected. Again I will work hard. Day after tomorrow I will get selected. Just keep improving yourself. Keep, and I always tell you, once you give the test or the interview of any company, don't sit and think what I have done. I should have done that. I might have done that. I could have done that. Not needed. Once you have done with your interview, once you're done with the test, start thinking where the subject which I'm lacking. What are the things I need to prepare well. Uh, Trying to do the questions in coding, also want to do aptitude in 3 months. Hope so. Can do it. Give more time to the aptitude, Ankit. Yes. See, I will tell you what to do is first read the problems for 5 minutes, understand it 2 minutes, and use 30 minutes to think how what is the solution is there in your brain. 30 minutes. Now, if you're unable to solve after 30 minutes, then go and watch the solution and star mark that problem or save it that problem. And next day, try to solve it without looking it. Without looking it. Clear, Manoj? Okay. Sure. See you, everyone. I hope everyone will be there. I have remembered your name now. Only less people today, but I hope I did my best to clear your doubts. So, everyone, you must be present in the next session because it will be the most important session for you all. for all the companies. And I'm also going to share my screen and I will show you the slides. I will also give those slides with you. So just make sure, if you haven't followed me on LinkedIn, do follow me on LinkedIn. And you can also have a book mock interview with me. You can also have schedule a session with me to review the resume as well. We got a huge success. So many people has given us positive feedback regarding us. You can check it from the website. The link is already given in the description box. So prepare well, study well, not just for one company but overall. Ask yourself, am I ready to be a market ready person? If no, work hard. Till then, see you in the next video.